Now that's body fluids. This isn't Catholic.
Is that a puss?
Is this made for kids?
Where do we go? Okie dokie.
Welcome back to another episode of The Weekly Issue. What's up, Weeklings? My name's Vinny, and today I am joined by my illustrious, the handsome, the talker from Kentucky. Oh my lord! Turbo's here.
Patreon.
Patreon.
You peoples, what's up, you weaklings?
You
I still
peoples.
feel like I'm calling you loads of garbage, but
I think
you
it's a good
weaklings,
name. You're weaklings.
welcome back
We're
to
proud.
another week of the weekly issue.
Another week
Too
of the
much
weekly
week.
issue. Too much week of the weekly
What's
issue.
going
Welcome back to
on,
this
the
one week of the
weaklings?
weekly
Welcome
issue.
back to another week of the weekly issue.
It's alliteration. It gets them going. It catches your ear.
Yeah.
Catches the
It gets the people going. Balls so hot.
That shit cray.
Yes, you weaklings. Listen to me.
Something that isn't cray, comic books. And that's what we're here to talk about.
But ain't it, Jay? Okay, no, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Copyright,
I have
copyright.
my white
So
skin.
how
Look
have
what you're
you
saying it.
been?
I've been all right. I've been okay, Vinny. I've been in a daze.
Okay.
I've been in a daze because, as we've talked about in the previous episode, there's not a lot going on right now.
No.
There's not a lot going on in which we actually give a fuck about. I didn't start the timer, so this may be a 5-hour
But that's
podcast.
okay. Honestly,
what I'm saying?
I think it's a perfectly okay thing that not a lot of news has dropped.
No.
Unless news has dropped in between.
No, I mean, did we get that on camera? We got that on camera when I asked you if you remember the last time that.
Oh, there's been like
there was
a
like a
break.
dead period.
Yeah, there used to be breaks all the time. I think it's good. I think the longer breaks there are, the more time they have to make. There was released probably a month ago now, like a statement that said like Disney was going to back off, like that the reason that the quality was getting so low is because Disney's like main prerogative was like more shows, more movies, more this. So hopefully with the breaks that they are taking, especially like even just this year, I think we're only getting like the Deadpool movie and like that's it, maybe like 1 or 2 TV shows for like this year. I hopefully that allows Disney and like Marvel to make better quality things. But I mean, hey, Lucasfilm and also Disney had like 9 years to make the sequel trilogy, and we all know how that turned out.
I just realized that. Well, I mean, we're gonna do a top 5 in this episode, and you didn't make a top 5.
Well, it's okay. I got it up here. I've been doing top 5.
You're just gonna
since
do
I
it
was
on the whim. All right,
on the dome,
All
top
right.
of the dome piece.
So it took me a little bit to write my top 5. You peoples, I can't do the weakling's not good.
Why?
I'm saying it
Why?
right here and right
Why
now.
not?
It is just not sticking with me.
Because you didn't make it up.
It's just not. No, but it's
Because
just,
you
it's just not
didn't make
sticking
it
with
up.
me.
It's sticking. It's weak.
I don't even remember who commented the weaklings.
Who cares?
They made it up and they suck.
Wow. Okay. Well, if they might be the one person left watching this. Please,
weaklings.
Don't listen to him. The weaklings.
They're fucking.
They're
They're
weaklings.
weak.
They're weaklings. They're here week to week. Weaklings fan group. Before I get ahead of myself.
I don't want to go another episode without bringing this up because I wrote it down 3 fucking times and I want to bring it up.
Okay.
And there was a night, Vinny, when I was just, I was just chilling out, hanging
relaxing,
around,
chillaxing,
watching something.
acting real
And
cool, shooting some b-boy outside the school.
Yeah, and I don't know what animation, what holds, what was out there when it comes to animation for Marvel or just anything.
Yeah.
And I saw the Fantastic Four had some animated go-arounds.
Yes, they definitely tried.
And there was one where the guy sounded old and it was just not great. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what year do you think this was from?
I think that was like the one made in the 90s or whatever.
Okay.
Then there's one that was made in 1967.
Ooh.
That really intrigued me.
Let me look it up. I didn't know this.
To the point where I'm watching the Human Torch. Guy made out of fire.
Yes.
Okay? This is episode 1. And if you look up episode 1, I think it has to do something with the Mole Man.
Okay.
I mean, either Mole Man, Molecule Man, something with the mole.
These guys?
Yes.
On screen now.
Yes, 1967.
Let me look up Mole Man.
Episodes. Yeah, so the title of the first one.
Menace of Mole Man.
Menace of Mole Man. So I knew it was a mole. You have
Oh,
the
good. We
Human
have
Torch.
the episode.
Is it info?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, the Daily Motion clip, yes. Okay, so they'll be seeing it on the screen. You need to understand.
I don't know. Can we put an entire episode?
I'm not the fucking. You would do something like that. Play the whole fucking episode, and then have Marvel come after us before we get monetized.
I don't think Marvel knows about
this. I'm gonna put
this.
the fucking clip, no audio. I'm just gonna put it on the screen.
I don't think
And I'm
Kevin
gonna show
Feige
them.
has seen this.
I'm not gonna play 34 fucking minutes of a 1967, which, by the way, that's the right cartoon.
I'm not gonna talk. Yes, it is.
That does not look the 1967 cartoon.
I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna watch this.
No, it was worse than this. This is not the cartoon, Vinny. This was not 1967. 94. So this is why I'm editing this episode, and he's not. He would have showed you the real on-screen fucking live-action Fantastic
Well, listen,
Four.
you're the one. You didn't even know the difference. You've never even seen the Mole Man. You don't even know the Mole Man.
Long story short, he fucking dives into water.
The Human Torch dives into the water.
I don't know what 1967 Marvel writers were thinking. They were probably writing with pencils made out of fucking asbestos. Who the
Fireproof,
fuck knows what was going on?
Fireproof.
They said to themselves, you know what? Before we introduce the Mole Man and we start fighting real villains, we're going to fight nature. We're going to just, I don't know what made them think. I think the security.
That's cardboard.
That's Mole Man.
That's cardboard.
That's Mole Man.
That is. I think I've seen this guy in the subway system.
If you people don't know what 1967 Mole Man looked like, it looked like a janitor found
he's
a
in 2
vampire.
episodes.
Okay.
He's in 2 episodes. That's Adam
The point
West.
being is it was like, we gotta find where the defense systems are. I think there may be something underwater. And then he goes, I'll check it out. And he fucking Human Torch.
Just dives into the water. Does he instantly die?
No.
Or is he fine?
And then no, he doesn't pop back up, I think. And they're like,
he's
what happened to Johnny? The motherfucker who's made out of fire?
decided to just slam into the water. That's a fun little. Listen, I'm not the smartest man.
No. I paused the episode. I said, no. If we're getting angry, mostly me, if we're getting angry at shit in movies now that don't make sense or whatever, look what they were doing from 1967.
Diving into the water.
They didn't have a clue what to do, probably. They probably said, well,
Johnny's
we can't
close.
just ambush Mole Man. We gotta have a little problem. Let's get the Human Torch wet. I mean, and listen, it being from 1967,
True.
Mr. Fantastic sounds like he works at a radio station. He's. What are you doing there, Sue?
Probably did.
We gotta go and do that now. What are you doing? That's how he sounded. And I laughed every second.
Of course.
I said, these are what my uncles were watching. This is what my fucking uncles were watching.
Back in the day.
Back in the fucking day. Vinny, the videos that got corrupted, I think I maybe brought it up. And last episode I wanted to bring it up. I didn't bring it up.
Didn't happen.
But I just wanted to tell you a little fun nugget
A nice nugget.
that I saw that made me go, wow.
We've come very far.
There was always a little bit of fucking, I mean, I don't want to say the word, but a lot of hard, a lot of just, the brain wasn't being used.
Yes, I could see that. I could see the brain not being used as
Why
we
is
talk.
the Human Torch diving into the fucking water?
I don't know. Maybe that was his game plan. Maybe that was Mole Man's plan.
I just don't understand
I
that.
don't get it. I have to watch the episode.
You probably don't.
I'm
gonna tell you right now.
I have to watch.
I don't think you have to.
I might have to watch this
1967
entire
Fantastic
series.
Four.
What if they reference it in the next Doctor Strange? I gotta know.
Maybe.
I gotta know all the lore.
I think. Okay, was this on YouTube?
What?
Did we talk about the Doctor Strange thing? Oh yeah, it did.
I
Well,
believe
we
so.
talked about how did he know of them and
Yeah, we cleared this.
So
Don't go
we
back.
did clear. No. We did clear this.
We cleared this.
But I watched a new Rockstar video.
Oh god.
Talking about it.
Okay.
And I think there was some other person that did have that thought of like, well then, Does he know them? Is this
Did they
Fantastic
immediately
Four?
say, "What are you, dumb"?
No, but they did say, okay, it's a realistic thought to say, since we've heard Doctor Strange say that to John Krasinski from The Office.
No, it isn't.
He's going to say, people are going to say, oh, wait a minute. So does the Doctor Strange, know of the Fantastic Four that we're going to be getting introduced to? Or are they an actual family that were around in this current universe that we're living in?
Yes.
What the fuck? I think a lot of people don't want that.
Don't want them to be.
No. I think a lot of people.
I get that.
Well, wait a minute. Now I forgot what his main point was.
Well, you wouldn't have brought it up,
but it was the fact that I wasn't off of thinking that. He probably knows of the Fantastic Four we're going to be seeing. Because why would he say that?
Because it was a joke. I'm not doing this again. There's already a clip on TikTok.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. One, no one saw that. Two, why do we need to have other people on New Rockstar that have bigger nerd powers than us that say the same thing, ask the same thing?
Because stupidity is contagious. That's why. Because it was a throwaway joke about the Fantastic Four. Because it sounds like a jazz name.
He knows I've been having a rough couple of days, so saying that to me even does worse to the momentum and the depression in my body. But you guys don't know that, so you wouldn't know what he just did there. You wouldn't know what he just did there.
Oh my God.
I wanted to bring up the fact that I feel like these past episodes have been too MCU heavy.
Definitely.
Like that. But can you please maybe relieve me of some of the drama in my head about that? What's going on with DC?
You want to do something?
No, but what's going on with DC though? That maybe I'm missing.
Nothing. And if you're missing it, I'm missing it, babe.
No, because I really can give two shits about the fucking Twitters and the uploads and the rumors and the posts.
Yeah, but really, there's nothing even there. There was something where it was oh, this woman was cast as Wonder Woman, and then I looked at the comics and they were like, no, she's not.
I also saw
only bit of DC news that I've seen.
You know what's so funny? Good job, Turbo. You know what's so funny? I saw a rumor today.
Ooh, you heard a rumor?
On X. Let me go to my non-porn Twitter. Here we go. Okay, you ready?
Okay, ready?
Here we go.
We're going to have to be fast here.
This may not be the right post.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, in James Gunn's Superman.
Okay.
David Cornsweet. We're doing that.
Yeah. Cornsweet
will play both Superman and the main villain Ultraman, who was a clone of Superman. Comments say.
Is that confirmed?
Didn't Toast say, I guess that's another fucking media thing.
Yeah. I'm sure
say Brainiac is the main villain?
Oh.
In an early draft, he was. Comicology replied. No, he wasn't.
Okay.
Why would the villain change completely? She's a fraud. I think she's replying to the post.
Because she's a woman, yeah.
Ultraman isn't the main villain. There is someone else. And then the guy said, just going off what the rumors are saying. So there's rumors.
Turbo's the main villain.
He will be a clone of Clark Kent created by Lex Luthor. They are calling him Ultraman rather than Bizarro. David Cornsweet will be playing him.
If I don't think that's true.
If
true, big, no. I don't think that's true because for James Gunn,
this is all new to me shit. I don't even know who Bizarro is.
So Bizarro is basically there's another Earth in the multiverse that's the complete opposite of complete opposite. So Bizarro.
So Marvel.
Yeah. So Bizarro is basically opposite Superman.
Gotcha.
His logo's backwards.
Is he evil? He's an evil Superman.
He's evil adjacent.
He was the old DC Superman.
Yeah, basically. It's gonna be Henry Cavill. Honestly, in that sense, I don't know why they would call him Ultraman. I think they would just do. I think James Gunn, who I don't know if he's I need this to be comic book accurate. If he was going down that route, I don't know why he wouldn't just call him Bizarro. James Gunn, especially now, new DC doesn't have to worry about rights, and I don't know why he would close the door to the Ultraman world. Because that's Earth 3 in DC Comics, that's evil Justice League, evil Superman,
Gotcha.
Ultraman, evil whole Justice League is evil. That's Ultraman leads that team. So I don't know why he wouldn't just say Bizarro. That's why I'm gonna say Cap.
Yeah.
That's my,
and I just feel like a lot of what we're gonna be seeing, in terms of content for DC or anything else though. That's another thing too. I don't want the and I don't know if we're out of frame here a little bit. I don't want the fucking DC people or the Star Wars people or anything we do on this show. I don't want it because like I don't really care what we. Like I don't want it to be like, oh, we have to talk about some DC.
No.
We have to talk
but
about
like, I'd like
Star
to
Wars.
just branch out so it's not like every.
But in the same time though, like I don't really like that. To me, that's the only thing we're gonna be getting in the near future.
It's true. It's so true. So it's gonna be rumors. It's gonna be. I mean, Star Wars has a little more like they've planned, but I think even DC or DC has like more plans out than Star Wars does. Like more like. Things we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see like Superman before we see the next Star Wars project. Besides, like maybe like the TV shows, obviously.
But that's another thing I talked about. I think in the previous one. What more are we getting from Star Wars?
Well, this Acolyte, that trailer came out. We're getting, like besides like shows, I know movie like The Mandalorian. That's gonna be.
I think Star Wars is finally. I think they're starting to hit their done
if
point.
they don't. Honestly,
if
Star Wars doesn't like have a giant boom soon.
Yeah.
And like maybe I know because Acolyte's doing like Old Republic stuff, and that's what people have been begging for since like before the prequels, like High Republic Jedi stuff. Maybe this is their launch pad into that. But a lot of people are hating on the Acolyte trailer. A lot of people it has more dislikes than likes.
Because in like how many more characters we have to divulge into?
Well, no, this is
how
like
many
a whole
more
new
backstories?
Story.
I think the trailer with the fucking this is before the prequels.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's a completely new story.
See, now that's where I feel like they would have to start the direction they would have to start going down to get the fucking
people
the vibe
involved.
back in Star Wars.
Yes.
Why would they hate that? What's the main?
I don't know.
What's the main negative
People are
hatred
saying-
comments? Let's see.
People say like the lightsabers don't look right. They look like big glow sticks. Also, it's run by Star Wars fans and like one of the most toxic, some of the most toxic people I've ever met in my life.
Acolyte.
I thought it was a 3-minute trailer. I'm sure it looks fine. One thing funny in this scene.
Yes.
It's like they're telling all the younglings.
I remember watching this.
Can I show you? One of the younglings is like, close your eyes, like in this scene. And I don't know if they show, but there's an alien that like physically can't close his eyes.
Oh.
In this fucking in the trailer, so I was like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But besides that, I see nothing wrong with this trailer. Honestly, it
let's
looks
see the
nice.
negative.
I think it
Newest.
looks good.
Okay, someone said, why we hating? Looks decent. Glad it's not
Nice.
another animated series.
Okay.
Close your eyes. What do you see? 640,000 dislikes and rising.
Yeah. I don't know
More
why.
woke nonsense.
More woke nonsense. They see one woman.
It's amazing how they won't show the millions of dislikes. The fact they found enough people in the world to hit like to total that number is astounding. What's wrong with me? I'm a white 30-year-old man and love the trailer, and I'm excited to watch it. I still hope Disney will learn from their mistakes and give us something good.
That's something good. A positive comment.
I hate what Disney has done to Star Wars.
And right
why
back to
don't you ram this in every other woke project you have made up your hoop?
Woohoo! Up your hoop. That's a new one. We get that on a t-shirt. Up your hoop.
Up your hoop. Wait. Somebody said in Minecraft, obviously. What does that mean?
Oh, that's like when people say like, oh, like go die. I hate you in Minecraft. So like if the FBI questions them, they're like, I said it was.
I
said it was in a game.
That's what I do on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's on the Patreon.
This is fan made, right?
Brother, I don't know what these people
Wait,
want.
I don't know what the problem that they
I
this
don't.
is.
I don't know. And like I've looked at a lot of Star Wars stuff and said,
Here's a point I'm gonna make.
I don't get it. Oh,
And I think this point goes to Star Wars fans, apparently.
me.
To just
The people like comic fans and nerds in general.
I'm a fan of the band Queen.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
You know my overly
It's very. I've never heard
abundance
you
of
talk about them.
Queen fandom. Okay? Not on this show.
No.
But I know what it is. And to be a fan of something and to always have that, oh, it's not like that. Oh, it can't be like that. Hence, Freddie Mercury's on Alive making new stuff.
Yeah.
But, with the whole
thing. Being dead thing.
I don't know if this goes for every fan base, but whenever I encountered hardcore like it's a culture, not a fan base type of things.
Yes.
Like
You find
anime, you can't talk to them about stuff.
Anime, I would honestly.
You can't. No,
Star Wars is like the biggest.
You're
of
either
this.
a fan, or if you're a hater, you're the enemy. Mm-hmm. It's like I can't make an opinion about Star Wars without me hoping for my family not to get rated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can't say something about anime that somebody won't come after me for, find my IP, hack my grandmother's social security.
But that's the thing, too. The opposite side of the spectrum exists, too, when you're like, oh, I like this, and you're like, you're a moron.
So no matter what they do in terms of Star Wars now.
It feels like no matter what opinion you give,
yeah.
it's like, I hate you, die.
Because it's
and that's just the internet in a whole.
Because the
fan
fan
really
base,
escape that.
the fan base, Star Wars, things like, I don't know.
I go Marvel.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Things like that, right?
You hoop, yeah.
They like, all they know is that game.
Yeah.
They'd probably, and I'm speaking in terms of, I don't know,
We've never played World of Warcraft.
life experiences that the people involved in those fan bases tend to not have a lot of social interaction.
Definitely.
They tend to not have a lot of social things that give them that experiences. They don't know a lot of social
Cues.
interaction, social cues to really gain a fucking maturity of what it is to have an opinion, an adult conversation, or what it is to speak to someone that don't like everything you like.
Preach, King.
That is in a lot of fan bases that you just can't win.
No. So you just keep trying. You just keep going.
But now now I'm not just saying, oh, it's because they're all nerds. That's what.
No.
But it's because the people who act like nerds, they ruin it for the people
everyone
like me that just want to casually be like, I don't want to get, I just want to experience this.
That's like the same thing for me in like, Marvel movies. Like when it's just not a great movie. There's not much. It's like, that was a solid, fun family movie that it was a 2.5 hour. It was like an hour and a half. Loved that. Great. And people are like, this sucked because there was a lot of bad things. And it's like, shut up.
And I'll be that person when it comes to stuff like, like the Marvels and stuff like that. I'll be that person that would like to nitpick certain stuff, but that will never have me be like.
But you can nitpick and still not, like you said, not be like, I'm gonna. Like,
it's that way or the hard way.
Yeah, exactly. Shove it up your hoop.
Shove it up. I love that.
Like that is so good. Shove it up your hoop.
Shut up your hoop.
Now, there's a lot of Star Wars projects out there.
Yes.
But the question being, if you had to make a Star Wars movie, show, probably like, Marvel has like What If?
Yes.
What would be your Star Wars What If?
Well, they pretty much have done a lot.
They have done a lot. They've been a lot of
the
places.
Animation stuff.
They've gone a lot of ways.
Every episode of Rebels or Clone Wars could be an answer.
Yes.
But
would it be a movie? Would it be a show?
Right. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the thing first. Movie or show?
One, I'm making Obi-Wan evil.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm making Obi-Wan evil. Okay.
So it's like, what if Obi-Wan turned?
I'm making. What if Obi and Anakin
together
turned
nice
to the dark side.
Very nice.
Because now maybe Anakin told Obi, remember that mole they said was, speaking of mole, it's in my head.
The mole man, yeah.
Remember they said it was cancerous.
Okay. So in this universe, oh shit.
My testicle skin friend told me that there's cures for that.
So I'm with you.
Yes.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
Obi-Wan gets a weird mole.
Yes.
And instead of going to any medical possession, he goes to the Jedi Council. And he goes, I have this weird thing on my back. Can you take a look at this? And Yoda's like, cancer this is. And then
see cannot, smell I can.
And then Anakin's like, I'm
dog, sleeping with this fucking guy.
My dog, Palpatine, said, that ain't cancer, and that is enough But like, what, Obi-Wan sold all of his possessions already.
Well, because he
gave
thinks
them-
he's gonna die.
He thinks he's
and the
gonna die.
final thing he's about to give is his lightsaber. And then Anakin goes, "No, brother,
Nah, dog.
not dog,
Anakin is played by Randy.
nah, dog. They're giving you that Blue Cross Blue Shield shit, okay?"
I don't know why Anakin is urban.
I got that fucking politician insurance.
Me and my dog Palpy.
But just imagine,
Not good.
right?
Yeah, so they
Because
turn.
now, would that make Padme evil?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm still thinking about Obi-Wan goes to his friends instead of a doctor.
Guys, I'm a little nervous.
I can't go to a doctor. This Jedi insurance doesn't cover much. Can you check my back? And it's
Listen.
like Mace Windu's just sitting there like, yeah, that's cancer. Your Grandmaster's right.
Well, he wasn't. Well, he was Emperor Palpatine, right?
No,
Or the Chancellor.
He was Chancellor.
Chancellor.
Well, yeah, no, Chancellor. And then
Chancellor.
he promoted himself Emperor.
Yo, I don't know, but I think the Chancellor. I think the Chancellor. Well, no, Anakin wasn't on the.
Anakin was he was
So,
on the council, but he wasn't.
What
the
if
master?
in this world he would be? Maybe.
But why would he turn?
Exactly. You're not gonna take care of my boy's mole?
Oh, he's also so in this universe. Anakin gets everything he wants. He's a Jedi master. He's at the seat of the
He has
council.
the kids.
He has
the kids.
Time is accelerated. The Jedi don't care. He's married to Padme. He has Luke and Leia. Yo, you gonna mess with my dog like that?
Why not?
And then
At the end of the day, it is boy code.
So then it's like, so he goes to Palpatine, his best friend.
Yes.
And he's like, bro, I just wish there was something we could do. This is really messed up what they did to Obi-Wan. And Palpatine's like, I'm the Dark Lord. I'm the Dark. I'm actually evil.
How does he get revealed to be the Dark Lord like that?
Oh, that's what basically that's how he does it.
So Obi-Wan and Anakin walk into his office, and they go.
He's like, Palpatine, did you hear about this? This is messed up. Obi-Wan's like, his assets
This
are going.
fucking mole is getting bigger by the day.
But it's not cancer. I don't know what's going on with this mole, but it's not cancer. And then like Palpatine's like, the dark side can heal that mole. And he's like,
The
how do you know?
fucking galaxy gets destroyed because of a mole.
Yoda incorrectly diagnosed the mole as cancer, and now the universe has to die.
Oh my god!
Just goes, and Palpatine's like, I'm evil, by the way. They're like, okay.
So the
So
Jedi count, the Jedi religion,
yes.
that falls. The rest become galaxy dermatologists.
That's the thing. That's the thing too. And like Obi-Wan is evil. Obi-Wan and
my
Anakin, they are
God.
evil. However,
Evil
they're
dermatologists.
evil dermatologists. They set up dermatology clinics.
Because you have to imagine the amount of species and just people that
There's
are in the
gotta be
galaxy.
just one dermatologist.
Wait, have we ever encountered a sickness in a Star Wars movie?
Yeah,
like,
there's
oh
been a
no,
bu-
like this character's sick. We gotta get him somewhere.
Almost like half the Clone War episode.
Like-
Like someone is like, he has a
No,
virus.
that's not including Leia. Because you not the
Well, no, yeah, she died in real life. So she died in her dreams.
being a kid and
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
fucking
No.
being stupid is not
Yeah, that's not
sick.
That's not a sick.
That's sick in the head.
Yeah.
but not.
But no. There's been like obviously
Oh
Clone
my
Wars
God.
has had like this
Well,
guy.
be your what if? Try tapping that bitch.
I don't think I
Try
could.
tapping Obi-Wan's mole.
I don't think I could. I don't even think I want to try.
What aspect of? So I went straight for the fucking gullet. Anakin Obi-Wan crisis. What crisis maybe would you want to change?
I would.
Would you want to turn Rey into a guy?
I
No?
would maybe
Rey?
go like, what if Ahsoka never left the Order? I think would be a really good what if. Like at the end of Clone Wars, she's like sort of betrayed by the
Okay.
council, and like I can't.
Okay.
What if she decides to stay on? Does that change Anakin's decision to turn over to the dark side? Is she there on like while like instead of like him going to Palpatine, he goes to Ahsoka?
There's no comic like that where, because I was going to say,
what if?
no.
No.
What if Luke stayed in the dark side? What if Luke got turned to the dark side?
No, I mean that was obviously
What if
that was the
Luke-
original ending
Yeah.
for Star Wars, obviously. No, there's no comic that really goes into that if Luke did. So that was probably my what if.
Maybe that's what Star Wars needs to start doing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there are rumors that Star Wars is doing their own what if.
I think. Well, listen. At the end of the day, you need to also remember that this was at the start of it all was just another on the rise director.
Yeah.
trying to make a crazy movie.
Yeah.
One script.
From scratch. A New Hope.
One story, one script, and I don't know the whole backstory. Maybe he had more in his mind. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
I don't honestly, probably not. I honestly know because especially even if he did, it's not what we got.
Because maybe this is why we have such an easier time with Marvel and DC because the comic books are kind of like the blueprints.
Like a guidebook.
For us, first came the movies.
Yes.
Then everything else. The original heart was the comic books from Marvel and DC.
Yes, agree.
Then they decided
That's
to show
why Star
it on
Wars
big
is
screen.
different because it's
Star Wars, everything.
It's off the top.
Yes, was the baby was everything we seen at first on the big screen. Back you and me in 1970 fucking whatever.
Yeah, God. What was that, 20 years ago now?
We also wanted to, we wanted to talk about Star Wars and stuff like
Definitely,
that. Oh, wait, Ahsoka? Was that your final thing?
That was my time. Like Ahsoka, like, is she there? Another one I was thinking about.
I don't want to leave this too quick.
Another one I was thinking about, like, what if Ahsoka went to Mustafar with Obi-Wan? But, like, these are all things that have been said already. Your thing was brand new.
How about, what if Jar Jar grew a pair of balls? You know what I'm saying?
What would you do differently?
He would get in that fucking pod and race it.
Ooh.
He would say, "No, Annie.
Like, what if,
Annie.
What if Jar Jar was played by Vin Diesel?
What?
Just like,
what if Jar Jar Binks was known to be on the spectrum, getting extra help? What would he be in the galaxy?
Oh, like if he had like that.
Because he's obviously on the spectrum.
Yeah, I mean,
Jar Jar
I'd say
Binks.
so. Jar Jar Binks is probably on some sort.
The
Definitely on some.
The tongue. That tongue is on the spectrum. If he's not on the spectrum, the tongue is on the spectrum.
We're
not gonna go there though. No. But if that was known in the galaxy knew he had a fucking, he had a flag on his head.
He could have been Chancellor.
We knew he was different. Could have been Chancellor.
Could have been Chancellor. That's a what if episode. I hope they do.
What if Jar Jar Binks was the Chancellor?
Now, I also want to say, I said before,
Yes.
that if Disney does do a what if Star Wars, and any of these ideas are there,
No.
We're gonna be collecting royalties.
It's probably not even a thought. They will be getting sued.
yes,
There will be lawyers involved.
we'd be hitting them hard
And-
and fast.
I only use Vito Bosco.
Vito Bosco is
My lawyer, Vito Bosco.
He's our lawyer, Vito Bosco.
I don't know if you know about Vito Bosco,
But he's a lawyer.
but he shows up to court with the judge.
Ready to
With the
go.
judge.
In the same car.
Because you want to know why?
They
My
friends.
lawyer is the judge.
My lawyer is also the judge.
When you, when I brought up the fact that I wanted to do this for this episode, you didn't think of your top 5 list.
But I've been doing the top 5 since I was
We're
born.
going to come right back around to Marvel.
We
started talking about it. We're going to end with it. Marvel.
Yes.
Last night, if you watched last week's episode, I was watching Homecoming. And recently, after Homecoming, I said, wow, Homecoming came out like 2017. I want to say 2018. Because I know it definitely came out beginning of junior year. So what was that?
Let me see.
It had to be the end of 2017.
Homecoming.
I definitely say the fall of 2017. Fall 2017. Fall 2017.
2017.
What was the month?
That I can't do.
July. Ooh, July.
You're off, B. You're off.
So it had to be in the month. It was in the theaters for 2 months.
It was definitely in summer.
Because I remember being in school. I remember being like the first day of school, the second day of school. No, I had to be like the first day of school for me. And I got like a text me saying we're gonna go see Homecoming. You want to go see it? I said no.
Yeah.
Wasn't far from home.
Far from home. I don't know.
Well, I got to thinking. I really never top 5 these movies. I never really top 5 Marvel. And I said, I know my list is going to get bullied, bombarded with fucking negative comments if we get any comments. I'm going to get hoodwinked.
Bamboozled.
So I should go because you're going to be thinking of yours.
Yeah, I'm just writing it down right now.
Yeah, he's just writing it down. Just on the fucking, because he's cool like that.
I'm cool like that.
He's cool like that.
Now, is this just movies or shows too?
I don't consider
All
fucking shows.
right.
No, movies, big screen, theatrical releases.
All right, let me think.
Not including Black Panther. No, I'm joking.
That can't go in.
Okay. So
Do you want to do your 5 and then my 5, or one, or like?
Oh, do you want to do 1-on-1?
1-on-1. It's up to you. What do you think would be better?
I think let's just get out of the way.
All right.
Let's just get out of the way. You know?
Start from 5-1 though. Least to
5-1. Okay.
Least to greatest.
I don't know if I did it that way though. I don't know if I did it in the order though. I just wrote down the 5 movies.
Okay, sure.
I wrote down the 5 movies that kept coming to my head, but I couldn't put them like 1, 2,
Okay,
3, 5. I couldn't
so I won't do that
rate
either.
them.
I won't do
You
that
know?
either. Yeah.
Maybe you could help me rate these, okay? So I'm here to give you the top 5 Marvel movies that I couldn't get out of my head when I was thinking of what really left a mark in my brain and my cranium. The original Iron Man.
Yeah.
The original Avengers.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Civil War. And I included together Infinity War / Endgame.
Okay.
So, if we're going to talk about and I'll give you a little more time. I'm going to explain a little bit my sense. The first Iron Man, I actually got to see early release.
Yes.
My
So it's like sentimental
My
value
dad's
too.
friend Luke. Not sure if it was robbed, stolen, or thievery. I got early access to go see the original Iron Man pre-release in the city at Manhattan.
Very nice.
And that made me start to wonder, wait a minute, there's a fucking Iron Man? There's going to be a guy who I don't even know who he is, but I know he's popular. What the fuck's going on here?
The Iron's clothes?
Yes. The original Avengers, it just really brought the whole fucking thing together for the first time. This was the first movie you really got to see a lot of heroes, more than I would say one hero, because you usually got like a pairing. We should be done, or the FBI will be coming to get us, but we're going to go. We're going to continue. Avengers, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay.
To me, don't forget this was not approved by the FDA. This is just my opinion.
Definitely.
No Way Home, me being a Spider-Man lover from the early age, like 5 years old, growing up with Spider-Man, getting to see all 3 Spider-Men on screen, getting those little, lines in the script that only you know if you were watching all the Spider-Mans. It hit home for me, and I loved it every second of it. The same thing like No Way Home was Civil War. Civil War was a movie that I got to see in the theaters after a gap of me in the MCU.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch like Doctor Strange. I really didn't watch all the movies that came like, I would want to say after Ultron, I would want to say maybe, but I definitely say Civil War really made me go, okay, shit's getting fucking real. Avengers made me go, okay, this is sick. This made me go, oh, we're getting to the end here.
Okay.
Like I can taste the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes. And then Infinity War Endgame was exactly what I think everybody understands.
All right, I'll run through my list fast.
You go. You tell me why you love fucking Shang-Chi.
Yes, Shang-Chi is number 1. No, so I put Avengers, the first Avengers. That's just the movie for the MCU. I think it ends Phase 1 perfectly. It's the perfect culmination of all these movies they were making for years. Something never seen before, because it's not the first cinematic universe, but just came together so good. Everything just like the casting, the beats, the movie. That's just a great movie. Next up for me is, and this is in my number 4, Spider-Man No Way Home is just such an incredible watch. It sets up such a perfect Spider-Man. Puts Tom Holland in such a good position. I don't think like.
What do you think to the people say too much fanfare?
So people are like, it's like, do you think in the movie, like if the movie didn't have Toby and Andrew, do you think the same things would have happened? Do you think they only put in Andrew and Toby just for the nostalgia pull? I say no. I think yes, obviously they're a nostalgia pull.
They had the exact right time to do it.
Yes, like they worked so well in the movie. I think they add so much to the movie for like Spider-Man and like influence on Tom. Hopefully we see a lot more of that.
If we were still in the Infinity Saga and we had nothing to do with the multiverse, then it would be
then it would be a nostalgia pull.
What the fuck is this?
But like it fits so well.
100%.
So that's my No Way Home pull. Then 3 is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. It's one of the. I know you're not a big fan, but like the fight sequences, the acting in that movie. As far as like the more grounded stuff
have to check
in the
it out,
MCU. As far as the more grounded stuff in the MCU, that's not like space and time travel. It is such a solid, good like spy thriller.
I guess exactly. I guess that's why I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of like, especially Marvel movies being too like NCIS.
But it was so good back then. Like now, like I feel like they're afraid to go back to that. Then also another Captain America, with Captain America: Civil War. Before Infinity War and like Endgame. Spoiler: Infinity War is my number one. But before this, Civil War was that movie. It was like that. It was the first MCU movie that I was like, I'll watch it once, and as soon as it ends, I'm going right back to the beginning. I'm watching it again.
Because a lot of people
it's
forget.
So good. It's such a good, like, this. Obviously, it's based off the comic. The Sokovia Accords is such a debated topic. The Iron Man, Cap, who's right, who's wrong, and like, obviously, if you're a fan of freedom, you're on Cap's side.
Now that didn't feel like a Captain America movie.
No, it felt like an Avengers
felt like an Avengers movie.
But
that's why it's so good.
That's
I
why
like
it's
it.
so good. And like obviously, if you're a fan of freedom, you're Team Cap, and you're like, oh, I love Tony though. Like, why is he doing this? And then like you're following Cap, and you're on Cap's side, and then you find it at the end that Bucky killed Tony's parents, and Cap knew the entire time, and you're like, shit. And Tony's even like, it doesn't matter anymore. He killed my mom, and you're like, who do you root for? And it splits it. Oh, it's just such a good movie. Introduces Spider-Man, has that amazing first Spider-Man scene where RDJ goes to Queens. Oh, so it was that movie. Introduces Wakanda and Black Panther amazingly. Has Hawkeye in there. He fights Vision. Yeah, okay. And then very quickly, so we can move on and end this episode soon.
No, I want to ask you something about this.
Infinity War, because Infinity War is just a great movie, and like that's very self-explanatory.
I wrote Infinity War first, and then I said I'm just gonna add Endgame.
I won't add Endgame just because like Endgame is like which is good. I think it should be, but it is just like here's like for the fans every like little bit.
I look at them. They should have. Now I know why they probably didn't, because of course it's a big difference.
Yes.
I really do. When I consider Infinity War and Endgame, I do look at them as partners.
Yeah,
I do look at them as connectors. And part two.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Did they didn't title it part 1, part 2.
No, so before I'm pretty sure they did. Like before they had their names.
Yes.
It was like Avengers this part 1, Avengers this part 2.
I feel like Avengers Infinity War part 1, part 2 is how they should have done it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? But well it doesn't mean a thing
now.
The content now, especially. But the way Godfather was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And even that Godfather 1 doesn't seem that connected from 1 and 2. 1 and 2 for Infinity War and Endgame,
that's
to me
really
is. I mean, you could literally splice them.
Yeah, together
from the end to beginning, and it feel like one fluid fucking movie.
Yes, but you do have to add the Ant-Man 2 post-credit scene.
That was the
it's like when you find like so Ant-Man goes into the quantum realm.
Oh yes, on the roof of
Spider-Man.
So when you found out that Captain America knew, to me that only made me say to myself, okay, Cap was just trying to keep the fucking squad together.
Yeah, but like, bro, like your best friend
did Tony always bring up
his parents'
death around the Avengers?
Not like that. I don't even know.
Because if Captain America maybe knew,
I don't think he knew they were murdered.
The intent of like how much he want. Because Tony Stark was a motherfucker. Like, oh yeah, whatever happened. Yeah, I'm a millionaire. Yeah,
he killed his mom.
When he goes home at night, I understand. Like everybody, the feeling he's gonna come back. But he's a playboy millionaire. Oh my god, it doesn't matter. Whatever. But if maybe Captain America knew,
he knew
prior that this piece of the puzzle would really help my buddy. I'm gonna tell him.
No, I think he was just scared.
And how about this?
Cap was just
how about
scared.
this? You ready?
Cap was
how
scared.
about if you're Captain America, you say to yourself,
"Grow a pair of balls."
Bucky, I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Now you want to come back and fucking start problems? Mm-hmm. How about this? I'm gonna fucking tell Tony that you killed him,
and then you two figure it out.
And you two figure the fuck out.
Have some balls.
Yeah.
Have balls.
He had to save his best friend
like,
that was trying to kill him.
Yes.
I got a problem with that.
I got a problem.
We got to go back.
1 more hour, and we're going to discuss this.
We got to go back.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. What's your Marvel top 5? What's your Star Wars What If episode? Write in the comments. Turbo, anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I do not. I just hope that there's a lot of cool shit that gets announced soon.
And if you don't like this episode, say it with me now. Shove it up your